Hello, everybody out there on YouTube. We are the middle-aged guys, and we bullshit about nothing. I am the Reverend.
The theme here.
Gray Mouse One.
Actually, I mean, come on. Bullshit about nothing. We're middle-aged guys that love gamers, gaming news. I mean, come on now. That is not nothing. What's that?
If we're going to go ahead and, just summarize things in one line, because otherwise, then I go into a long intro like this. Earlier this week, on the, I believe, the 25th, Bethesda went out of their way and they announced out online and also on their blog that they were no longer going to be sending out early review copies to journalists for their games anymore. That they were going to be limiting their review copies. They're going to go out and they're going to send them out to journalists, and they were going to arrive a day before the actual street release date, so that the journalists would be able to go ahead and review the games and all of that, and play the games in the same state as a player would if they went out of their way and bought it at retail, like at your local GameStop or at your local mom and pop game store. Now, this was met by a huge effing backlash. Firstly, by Polygon, of all places, all right, that claimed that Bethesda was, they want your money before the reviews hit, that their practices, this new thing is a dangerous precedent that is completely anti-consumer and all of that. What? And that, this is putting the consumer, the gamers, at a risk of going out of their way and buying a game that's not going to be worth their money or all that. Never mind that this is the same fucking place that went out of their way, that's known for getting paid by publishers to go ahead and shill for their fucking games, and also 2 years ago was on that front line of the gamers are dead bullshit.
Bullshit.
Right. So like I said, there's a lot of people going out of their way and saying that have really mixed feelings. Okay, out of almost all of the publications that I've seen out there, I'd have to say majority of them hate this. All right, but I know the reasons why, and only like maybe one other online article that I've seen that's actually completely fine with it. Maybe one other YouTuber out there that's completely fucking fine with it. All right. But before we go into all of that, I want to go ahead and open up the floor up and think, ask, what do you guys think? Because, yeah, I understand, we all have our different views on reviews and games and all of that. So maybe this hits everybody differently, So the floor is open, guys. Just let me know what you think.
You know what? Look, when it comes to gaming reviews, I feel like this. There's no way that you can... Okay. As a gamer growing up, I could only have my own experience with the games. If someone reviews a game, regardless of who it is, or how much I trust them, or how honest they claim they can be, I can only have my own experience with the games, regardless of how they feel about it. Okay? When I play a game, I have my own experience, and regardless of how they feel or how my friends feel or how the middle-aged guys feel, I'm going to probably feel a different way or have a different experience. Now, with gaming reviews coming out, and most people rely on them to make their decision as far as what games to buy, that is another thing within itself. Now, look, as far as having a game come out, or even before it comes out, and having a review of it, and it judges you to buy a game, you have no idea about that person or those people or that website or whatever having just, biased opinions. That's one of the main things about it that I see with certain things. It's like, okay, are you biased about this, or are you just even with gamers? I feel that Has there ever been a game or a gaming store or a gaming publisher or even a magazine that ever said that something was good or great or mediocre, and then you played it and it absolutely sucked? Because I've had that type of experience. And with that being said, it's like, okay, drawing that type of conclusion is like, are you serious? Why would you say that this is anything otherwise? I feel that having this, okay, not sending out games or not having games reviewed before it comes out, that's a good thing in my opinion, because that experience should be up to the gamers themselves. That's what I'm leading up to here. Because a review or a score could say one thing, and then your experience can be another. Mm. There are a lot of gamers that say, oh, this game sucks. Okay, for example, first-person shooters are a prime example of this. Call of Duty versus Halo, for example. Motherfuckers will say, oh, Call of Duty sucks, and they never fucking played it. Just because these motherfuckers are saying, Halo sucks, and they never fucking played Halo. Or they'll play and it's not like this game, so they'll just think that it sucks instead of enjoying it for what it is. Where I come from, it's like when a game comes out, it goes by my personal experience as far as what's good and what's bad. But I'm not going to tell anybody or dispatch anybody for what they want to play or what they want to spend the money on or what they want to buy or whatever. You have your own fucking experience. That's fine. But if I say certain parts about a game or certain parts about a series or certain parts about a cartoon or certain parts about a movie or certain things about a wrestler because I'm a wrestling fan, and if it's fact, don't sweep that shit under the rug because you're a fanboy. What I'm saying is, I think this is good because gamers can have their own fucking experience and then develop their own opinions. And then move on instead of saying, oh, well, this reviewer says it sucks because of whatever, then I'm not going to fucking buy it. Or this reviewer says that it's great, and then I'll buy it because of that.
What about you, Grey Mouse? What are your thoughts on this?
I kind of echo what the theme is saying. Any review is supposed to be objective anyway. But you got those sites that have an agenda that's pushing bullshit, like Depression Quest. I'll go ahead and fucking say it. I don't care. And, oh, this is a great game, but when actually people play that shit.
That was a game?
Sucks. But, so, after saying that, I'm 100% for this. And I think that, you get more of a real feel for the game, whether that now that Bethesda is saying that you're only going to get the copy one day prior to the street date, so that allows gamers to create their own opinions and not be, and not be convinced that just because, oh, this particular reviewer or this particular site says it's outstanding. Because, I run into the same situations as the thing did. As some games that reviewers say suck, I've actually played them and enjoyed them. So that's what I'm saying. So reviews are objective anyway. So I'm very happy that Bethesda is actually doing this. And I think nothing bad is going to come out of this. And those people that are saying otherwise are just being selfish.
I'm going to say this right now, okay? I know that a lot of the backlash, a lot of the articles that have been going ahead and been painting this particular decision by Bethesda has been coming from mainstream media, gaming media sites and stuff like that. And they have their reservations and everything. And the first thing I'm going to say about that is, fuck you guys. No, really, fuck you guys, all right? You hypocritical motherfuckers, all right? I know what's going on. look, you want those early fucking copies so that you can go ahead and put the reviews out day one and you can get fucking clicks. All right, let's just put that out right now.
Yes.
Okay.
There it is.
There it is.
Don't fucking sugarcoat it otherwise. Okay.
Video over.
Let me go ahead and paint the picture like this. Like I said, if you've watched any of our fucking videos, all right, we're middle-aged guys. We've been gaming for over 30 fucking years, right? A lot of us
90 years combined.
Yeah, a lot of us
under our belts.
A lot of us, our first memories of home fucking gaming might be using a fucking Pong console on a black and white 13-inch fucking TV. All right.
I played a Pong console after I played Atari, but at least I was there.
Yeah, but look, here's the thing. All right. Back when Atari was around, back when Nintendo was around, especially back in the heyday of the NES, okay, we didn't have access to online reviewers. We didn't have access to preview gameplay shots. We didn't have access to any of that shit. You know what we had to do? We had to either rely on word of mouth through our friends, or we had to rent something.
Or fair trade.
Yeah, or fair trade if we weren't sure about this, okay? Let me put this out right now. The biggest reservation and the biggest reason why a lot of mainstream media people out there are saying that this is anti-consumer is because they are missing out on clicks, okay? They are not going to be able to rely on that day one release click, okay, for when the game comes out.
Let me add this too also. They're losing control.
All right.
That is the problem. They're losing control, one, of the clicks, two, of saying that a game is good or bad. It should be up to the consumer to say the game sucks or the game is great.
I'm going to concur exactly what you guys are just talking about. Okay, look, I've had my PS4 for almost 4 months or 3 months. I lost fucking count. But I went on a rampage of buying for this thing because of what people recommended to me. This has nothing to do with magazine reviews. This has nothing to do with website reviews or any of that garbage. This was recommended by friends. This was recommended by friends. This. And I will, some of them are not even fucking open yet because I'm a busy middle-aged guy. But I will fucking get to them. I will play them upon the recommendation of my friends. Back then, and my friends, the middle-aged guys and my other friends are not going to fucking steer me wrong, okay? I trust them that fucking much. Back then, the NES, the Atari, the SNES, the Genesis, the fucking Master System. Hey, can I borrow that? If someone said no, then that gave you an indication of how important or how valuable or how great that fucking game was, unless you had something that equal trade of value as far as saying, oh, fuck, then what the fuck do you have that's going to equal what I have? Seriously. Look, everybody had Contra for a reason. Contra didn't come with the Nintendo, but everybody had that shit in their library for a fucking reason. It is as simple as that because of how fucking good it was. 30-man code and all. And it's like, look, for what the Grey Mouse One and Reverend is saying here, this is for fucking clicks that anyone should be fucking against this, that are websites or that are fucking media centers or anything like that. Fuck you, all right? It's just as simple as that. Middle fingers to you. And I mean that literally. Fuck you, dicks inside of you, okay? We're fucking gamers. We want to fucking play good-ass motherfucking games. Most motherfucking websites or whatever are connected to certain fucking companies that say, oh, yeah, you have to say this shit is good, even though this shit sucks. I've even had experiences where I go inside game store knowing that a game is bad or knowing a game is not compared to certain other games and pick this shit up and I would ask the motherfuckers behind the motherfucking counter and they would give me some garbage. They would tell me lies. They would tell me bullshit. And I would never enter that store again just because of that. Fuck that shit. Fuck that bad experience. If you're gonna fucking be against this, then you better have simple but common sense fucking parameters other than fucking clickbait, other than fucking advantages, other than fucking that it's just all about you and not all about the motherfucking gamers that want to play shit, that want to get shit that's fucking fun, that's fucking interesting, and that's fucking great to fucking play. Fuck you, alright? That's over.
To add to that shit, I mean, why the fuck are you relying on these third-party companies such as GameStop, Game Trailers, although they don't exist no more, IGN, whatever you choose? Why are you relying on them to tell you that a game is good? Why don't you decide on yourself? It's all about you, not about them. That's what I don't understand nowadays. It's like, oh, well, IGN gave this game a 9. I was like, why don't you, so the game's good? I mean, because there are a lot of sleepers that came out in the last couple of years that IGN and these other websites have given low grades, but the consumers, you know, are like 9s. They're fucking great-ass games. So you're dumb as fuck if you're sitting there and you're relying on somebody else to tell you how good a game is. It just blows my mind that people would do something like that.
Now, look. My problem with this is not with consumers. My problem with this is not with consumers at all. Okay?
Not consumers,
My problem with this is not with consumers. It's with the mainstream media who have an issue with it, who are coming out and coming forward saying that they have an issue with it. Because the truth of the matter is that when you're going to a game website, whether or not it be Polygon, Kotaku, Rothkager, Shotgun, even though they're all pieces of shit, all right, or some of the other places like Tech Buffalo or any of the other, or even listening to YouTubers, okay, you have to understand that part of their revenue, part of how they keep their doors open, and part of how they make money is that they're looking for traffic and they're looking for views, all right, based on people who are waiting for reviews on hot games, okay? And yes, the Bethesda games have been really successful over the last few years, but let's just be honest. It is up to Bethesda whether or not they receive copies, review copies at all, okay? They don't have control of that, all right? Polygon doesn't have control of that. Kotaku doesn't have control of that. GameSpot doesn't have control of that. Guess what? And generally speaking, all right, when it comes to advertisement and actual traffic, you know what? They've done studies on this. They've done market studies. That only influences like maybe 3% of the actual people who go out and buy the fucking games. Otherwise, they're counting on a lot of YouTubers, okay, and a lot of people's word of mouth. All right, look, if you're one of the mainstream media guys who've gone out of your way and say this is anti-consumer, fuck you. Okay, like I said before, fuck you. You're being dishonest. All right, you know, I'm sitting here, I'm looking at fucking websites, and they're saying shit like, early copies give critics a chance to write comprehensive reviews. Yeah, that might be the case, but guess what? Look, if you sit there and you have a game that you're able to play because the servers aren't fucking open and you have private access, but when gamers come around to it and they can't fucking connect to servers at all, of course they're gonna feel like that, like shit is fucked up. All right, guess what? Your review is not gonna fucking reflect that. All right. Okay, things like early copies ensure more information for consumers before launch. I have the internet, motherfucker. All right, I found you on a fucking website. I can go ahead and I can Google up anything I want. You are not the only fucking source. I can Google it straight from the fucking publishers themselves. If there's any fucking gameplay that's out there, I can fucking look it up. All right. You know, that's just fucking asinine. All right. One of the other things that they went ahead and they put out was, embargoes. That goes ahead and it limits reviewers from making reviews for fucking clicks. The only reason why you're making fucking reviews is for fucking clicks. All right. Look, the only thing that for anybody watching this video, all right, whether or not you're a mainstream media, game media website, okay, or you're a consumer, somebody who's going to go out of their way to spend your hard-earned cash for a game at launch, okay, The only thing that not sending out early review copies to publications or mainstream media sites, the only thing that's going to do at all is that if you're hesitant, you're going to have to fucking wait. Guess what? With as fast as the internet moves, as fast as YouTube moves, as fast as all of this shit comes up, you will see gameplay that fucking afternoon. All right? And here's the thing. Oh, Bethesda wants your money before you get the reviews out. If you're dumb enough to fucking pre-order this shit, they've already got your money anyways. All right? Stop pre-ordering this shit. You know what? With a pre-order, it doesn't matter what the fucking reviews are. You want a prime example? Hey, fucking No Man's Sky says fucking hello. Look, my problem with this at all, okay, is not with consumers, okay? It's with these mainstream media sites going out of their way saying that this is an anti-consumer move. No, it's Bethesda's prerogative, all right? And Bethesda, they can choose to go out of their way and do whatever they want with their review code, all right? If they want, you know, if they had a wild hair up their ass and they wanted to go ahead and delay the code a week before fucking release, all right? Another 3 months, they can fucking do that, all right? Not saying it's going to do them any favors, but they can fucking do that. All right. But realistically speaking, how is this hurting the consumer at all? How? Can somebody answer that fucking question?
Or anything like that, then gamers are still going to fucking buy it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, word of mouth, fucking people will be streaming that shit day one when they get in their fucking hands.
Please, yes!
To answer your question here is very simple. Let me ask you this question to answer your question. I know it's kind of...
Answer question.
How many reviews have you actually read that said that they could not give you a complete review of the game because the game hasn't came out, the multiplayer part of it hasn't came out? For example, Battlefield 1, Halo 5, Gears of War 4. They cannot fully review the damn game, the multiplayer part of it, because the game hasn't fucking came out to the public yet. So I echo the same thing as the Reverend and the team said. Yeah. Fuck you, self-righteous fucking websites that think that the world revolves around you. And to me, I think Bethesda is setting a precedent, and I hope everybody else will fall in line as well. You know, fuck these motherfucking sites that want to have the game a week prior to release. You know how many changes that can go into the game between release and the review copy?
You know what? To concur what you're saying, Grey Mouse, that's not even counting DLC. When motherfuckers get a game like a week prior to release, that's not even counting that DLC or what you can earn or what you can get.
Well, what kills me is this, is that 99% of the time, all these games from major publishers always have a day one fucking patch to the game. So you're given a 1 week, 2 week prior, code. There's a lot that could change between those 2 weeks and release date. And what kills me is that these self-righteous sites like Kotaku, we've already know about them. They're so concerned about clicks. Fuck you. I'd rather have a more concise, I would listen to somebody who played the game that's complete before. I can't get over the fact that these guys are complaining that they no longer get a week or 2 weeks ahead of everybody else. So who died and made you God? Why does your word is any better than anybody else? They're not. I'm sorry. No matter how big you are, your word is no better than anybody else. Your word is no better than Kotaku. Your word is no better than IGN. Your word is no better than EGM or whoever the fuck the reviewers are. So fuck you. Fuck your clicks. And I'm glad Bethesda's doing this shit. You deserve the game when everybody else gets it. And who cares if it takes 2 or 3 days or 2 or 3 weeks to get a review out? I'd rather listen to that review than a review of something that you're taking a game that's, you're making a review of something that's 2 weeks in advance of the release.
Here's the funny part about all this. This is Bethesda. People are going to trust them anyway.
Bethesda
Here's the games that are holding up.
Yep.
It won't fucking matter. It's Bethesda. People are going to trust them anyway.
Regardless if it's Bethesda or not, I don't see anything bad with the practice of waiting on.
I don't see that.
Review code. I really don't see the what's wrong with that. And I'm talking as somebody who's worked QA for a major publisher. Okay, and I work QA right now for a developer that does mobile applications. Guess what? All of our ratings and all of our reviews are all user based. Mm-hmm. So we have to go ahead and we've got to put things out that fucking works. Okay.
This is bullshit. The more and more I think about this shit, the more pissed off I get. The more entitled these fucked up fucked up magazines, review magazines, fuck you trying to influence people.
I don't even think it's an entitlement thing.
It's entitlement. It's not.
It's not entitlement. Okay, what people have to realize when they go ahead and read these particular articles and they see, oh, Bethesda is putting in anti-consumer fucking practices and stuff like that. This is coming from a website that where all the revenue is driven by clicks. So if they have content, especially review content that generates a lot of traffic, that is money in their pocket. If that review content is not there, that's money that's not in their pocket. Of course they're going to fucking complain about it, all right? And then people are saying these are, all of them are trustworthy websites. They're saying that they're doing this best for us. Look, like I said, these are the same motherfuckers who went out of their way and were on the spearhead of the gamers are dead fucking set of articles and shit like that.
Objection about that. No, I gotta stop you right. No,
you don't want to stop me right here because you haven't heard the rest of what I have to say.
Yeah. Wait. We have all kinds of things to say about this.
Look, the truth of the matter is that like you said, when it comes down to it, the websites and the mainstream media that's complaining about this, they're concerned about their bottom line. They don't give a fuck about you as a consumer. In fact,
not even as gamers.
Yeah, they were very happy to demonize you and throw you under a bus as a bunch of racist, sexist, misogynist, violent, ultra stupid sheep.
Exactly.
Gamers are dead.
All right.
These motherfuckers said gamers are dead, and you expect me to fucking believe you? No.
Yeah. I mean, so look, here's the thing. When it comes to all of that, here's the only tangible thing that may change your consumer habits as a gamer. You're going to have to wait a few hours.
If even that, if you haven't bought the game already.
Yeah.
Because of who fucking brought it out or what game it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to stop people from pre-ordering games.
No, it's not.
Right?
I mean, fuck, I still got to get Alien Isolation because of the recommendation of Grey Mouse.
And guess what? Pre-ordering games, it doesn't matter if the mainstream media site has a review copy early or not. You've already pre-ordered the fucking game.
Exactly. This doesn't stop anything months or even years in advance for what you really want to fucking do, buy, or covet.
The more I think about this shit, the more pissed off I get about the anti. I mean, you guys bring up the old school days where there was only a couple magazines that came out monthly. Monthly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was EGM, there was Game Pro, and I think there was something else.
Well, Nintendo Power.
Right. Why did I fucking forget about that?
You came those out. Look, those magazines came out monthly. Monthly. And most of the games, look, I am guilty of buying a fucked up game off the shelf because I didn't know any better. I grabbed it. Oh, this looks interesting. I put it in the system. That is shit. So I spread the word by mouth. This is shit.
You know what's funny about that? Renting games started relatively in the late 80s.
Correct.
Every game that I rented back then is in my collection now. Seriously. Some of those games I rented more than once.
This is not, what kills me is this. This is not a bad thing. Who cares if the reviews, just like the Reverend said, who cares if the reviews are out hours later, days later, weeks later? If the game is good, people will say, buy this shit. And they will recommend it to their friends, and their friends will buy it. So, you're pretty much, so I see what you're saying. So you're saying that, you can't get a 2 weeks advance copy of the game. So you're getting pushed away. You're out of the picture now. So you're feeling that, now that they're relying by word of mouth, which everybody should be anyway, fuck reviewers. They're biased, especially Polygon. All these they have wrote articles saying that gamers are dead. Why in the fuck are you believing anything that comes out of their fucking filthy ass mouth anyway?
Anything that comes with journalism now, it's on a slippery slope.
And if you buy a game because a stupid Polygon tells you to, you need to re-examine yourself. You need to look. I'm sorry. You need to reevaluate your life because you're fucked up. If you're relying on somebody who told you that gamers are dead to buy a game or not.
I am not gonna fault anybody for sitting there taking a recommendation, no matter what the source is, up to consideration. I'm like I said, I am not. My beef with this whole thing, my reservation on this is not with consumers at all. Because guess what? This whole issue is not anti-consumer.
Right.
My reservation with this, my reservation with this. No, I understand. No, I understand what you're saying, but I just want to go ahead and clarify where I'm coming from. All right. My reservation with this is not with Bethesda. All right. Because guess what? They are free to do whatever they want with their review code.
Yeah.
My reservation with this is I'm looking at a lot of these websites and a lot of these mainstream media places coming out of their way, completely demonizing Bethesda for doing something that they have a choice over anyways.
Exactly.
That's the point that I'm making. Absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not demonizing no. The mainstream media is what I'm demonizing.
Yeah. I just the one thing that I cannot stand right now, okay, and it doesn't matter if we stop this video in 10 seconds or we continue on for another 40. The one thing I cannot stand is that, look, you cannot sit there and tell me as a mainstream media, somebody on the mainstream media or somebody at a gaming website, that you're sitting there saying that this is completely anti-consumer. This is not right. This is evil. This is dangerous to consumers, and not come to the forefront and say that you have a vested financial interest in this,
and that you've done something way worse against fucking gamers and gaming. Fuck you.
Before we run on for another 30 minutes, because we could easily do that with the way that we are and with the amount of alcohol we have in our systems, I'm going to go ahead.
It has nothing to do with my passion of gaming. Fuck that.
Same here, but that does fuel the amount of vehemence that we can go on about. This is one of the things that we have to sit there and consider as consumer folks. Who's really on your side here? Okay, guess what? Nothing bad comes from waiting. All right, unless you have to cross before you get hit by a car. Okay.
Oh my God.
Seriously, nothing. There is very few things about purchasing any sort of item that is bad about waiting. And the only thing that realistically happens with this particular practice by Bethesda is that you might have to wait a little longer.
My final thoughts real quick. I know we're running out of time, but is this. is that the people who bought the game as a pre-order already bought the game. So there's really, you're not losing anything anyway. Bethesda is not, or the company, the publisher's not losing anything anyway, because people already made up their minds already. I agree, there are those that rely on mainstream media to decide whether or not they want a game or not.
Find some friends and rely on them more.
Exactly.
Hey, I've done it. The theme has done it. Ray Mouse 1 had me shit. He recommended some of the games that are on my fucking list, and that's me kicking the camera because it's like, fuck. But I was like, he's like, yes, they're fun. Okay, let me get this. Let me try this out. Holy shit, this is fun. Oh my god.
Chime says hello.
Yeah.
Oh, Chime? Fuck you for that.
Hey, as long as you enjoyed it, you know what?
Oh god, I'm not the old. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
That's the only fucking review that counts. Really, is the one that you sit there and you agree with. All right, whether or not that comes out 2 weeks before a game is here, or the afternoon that a game comes out, or a week later. That's the only thing that fucking matters.
Speaking of which, people, if you made it to the end of this video, stay tuned because gaming reviews will show up
As time allows.
Yes. Yes. It will happen by at least one of these middle-aged guys here, but it will happen.
Yep. With that, thank you for sticking with us all the way up until the end, folks. Like I say at the end of every video, if you're so kind, hit that like button, hit subscribe, leave us a comment below, especially if you have thoughts on this particular subject. We're interested in hearing what you want to say. We're the middle-aged guys. We bullshit about nothing. Our bullshit hens are here. I am the Reverend.
The theme here.
Gray Mouse 1.
Once again, for the benefits of common sense, logic, and gaming, credits.
Fuck you, mainstream media places who sit there and say this is an anti-consumer. Don't fucking try to pawn that off. Be intellectually honest for once. All right, we know this is about money.
That's impossible. They cannot be. That's been proven. They cannot be intellectually. No. Fuck you.